All right. Let's see if that has cured our problems. What if I told you I liked you? He said, we go. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Perfect. Should be away now, team. With a bit of luck. Let's get some green from a lovely bit. You were on the live before. Yeah, sorry for chopping and changing the live a wee bit, guys. Just trying to get all the tech to work in our favour, and it's playing with us a little bit. But I think we're getting to the bottom of it and making things right. With a bit of luck. Cheers, JB. And thanks, Valentine. Has our sound improved? Can you hear me clearly now? And can you also, not just the sound, but can you actually, mosquito bite. Can you also connect well? Do you have good Wi-Fi? If you do, we've won. We've got all the things. Better. That's what we're after. That's what my high school motto was. Better than before. That's what the Prime Minister, it's not the Prime Minister, the headmaster used to say. And so our motto is better than before. But I think I was a little bit creative for him. He was more one of those old school PE teachers. Right. Oh, perfect, Tyler. Hat trick, baby. Give me that hat trick. So I've moved closer to the better reception, and I've put in the little fluff device on my chest. And now we have the audio, we have the visuals, we have the connection, we have all the things. And it only took us like 5 or 6 tries, which is like really cool. Good for us. What happened? We've just been chopping and changing a little bit between devices to try and get that high quality audio going on. And I think we've finally thread that needle, but I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx it, but I think we've done it. She said, we go. What if I told you I liked you? There we go. Beautiful. Just like that. Like this, and like that. Like this, and like that. Perfect. The colours of the shorts were chosen because they are a good match to what we're dealing with this painting, I felt. Here we go. We keep splicing off into just a little bit more yellow each time, which is good. It's good to do. If I told you I liked you. Some little bits. Now we're going to move this so I can see my tree. That's important. You know what? That would be the greatest tagline of all time, JB. Maybe I need to swap whatever you are, be a good one to Master of Chaos. That'd be pretty funny. That should be pretty funny if you ask me. Right, moving into a much more poppy yellow. Still got a little bit of lime green drifting into it, but that's okay. Don't mind that one little bit. Okay. And we're allowing the paint to land with an ever so slightly stronger impasto effect. Now, I do love impasto, but the only thing we do is wherever we add it, we risk definition lock, which is my little way of saying we can't move things around as easily because it will have that layer underneath. Yes, indeed, Kyle. That is the plan. Deal me up some vitamin D late in the evening here in New Zealand. We come, we go. What if I told you I liked you? There we go. What's in here? A little bit here. Sleep back into that. Is that usable? There we go. Muddy brown. Yummy. And let's start pumping that in a few of these areas, especially around this tree with this monotone, neutral colour, which will help all the other colours pop. That's the goal here. We come, we go. What if I told you I liked you? There we are. And then a little bit more up here. Yummy. Transparency gel through that. Splice away. And right up the top here. There we go. No one's free. And more. Perfect. Fantastic. What's that there? I missed something. Then leave then. Shane Lee, what happened? I'm pretty buzzed on my birthday, so you should get to bed. You're all good. Happy birthday, JB. Absolute privilege to have you here joining in on your birthday. And I hope you had a good one. Hey Axel, how you doing? Right. Next colour off the ranks. I'm going to get a fresh plate, and then in light of Mardi Gras, spread that out a little bit there. In light of Mardi Gras, I'm going to get a little bit of gold and throw that through. I haven't heard moves like Jagger for a while now. Whoa. Grabbing a couple of plates. Grabbing, where is it? Over here. Gloss medium, perfect. We've got what we need. Coming on back, team, if it's still connected. Inbound. All right, 2 more plates. Ping, ping. Paintbrush, still going strong. That's good. I'm painting in a lovely field. In the sports field. Haven't been on a sports field since high school. Oh, that's a lie. I was on a few at university, but not for sports, for more just general activities. Now let's get this gold. Gold is the next colour off the ranks. And yes, happy birthday to the one and only JB. All right. Got our goods. Right. Have a look-see here. Mix this up. Iridescent gold. Beautiful. Cheesy, yet so beautiful. And just get this into a few of these little spots. We're not going to use a whole lot of this colour. It's very powerful. We just want enough that adds a little bit of flair to the picture. A little bit of cheesy flair. Mainly to the areas where we see people. That's the goal here. This glint gold. There we are. There we go. And then around here. Lovely. And then down in here. Ooh. Yeah, there we go. Lovely. Are we going to use all this gold? Who knows? Probably. And then a little bit more. Mix it in nicely. There we go. Get that coming up over the top there. There are those branches. Fantastic. I don't like gold, and see you later, Ivan. We'll catch you. I do like gold, but you gotta be careful with it because gold has this pop to it and this iridescent nature to it that it can sort of overpower the other colors if not used carefully. So, delicately on the gold. Delicately on the gold. Right, there we go. Now, next color off the ranks. What is it gonna be? What is it gonna be? Oh. We come, we go. It's gonna be a little bit more orange by the looks of it. Didn't quite use enough. Just a wee bit more. And thanks for bearing with the stoppy, starty nature of the stream this time, guys, because we did not follow a very regimented plan there. We sort of leapt around a whole lot. So, appreciate that. Ooh, been a bad hair day. yeah. 9.8k likes because we lost the we lost the first 5 in the swapping around to the streams. Because we were swapping devices, it wouldn't let me carry them across. It's like, I don't know, Seb. Looks like a new stream to me, boy. So here we are, starting from scratch. That's okay. That's okay. Right. A little bit there. There we go. See how these deeper colors just do really help create that definition on this train. Where are we going next? Perfect. Keep that transparency gel running absolutely abundant. That's important. Perfect. Lots of little strokes. Dabs. And we're going to move across very, very soon into our orange. Hey buddy, how you doing? Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm painting a big train. What do you think? Thank you very much. There's the reference picture there. So it's got some people down the front, but they're still a bit blurry at the moment, but they'll come along. And then we've got a tree up the top, but that's still a work in progress too. Thank you. Are you here playing sports today, are you?
What?
Are you here playing sports today, are you? You come to play what?
We go play
Oh, enjoy the rides. That sounds pretty exciting. That's pretty exciting. Is it at the playground over there, is it? Yeah, good plan. Good plan. I'm a little bit big for the rides these days, but I'm glad you're able to enjoy them. How old are you?
I am 11.
11. So you're 2 years off high school. That's pretty exciting. Are you getting good grades?
What?
Are you getting good grades? Good man. That's the way you do it.
Thank you. See you later.
I'll see you later. Bye now.
Bye.
What a little legend. Art professor, yeah, I'm not qualified to. I'm qualified to paint, but I'm not qualified to be a professor. I think I'm better actually kept away from any kind of syllabus, and I actually spend my time invigorating you to look at a syllabus in your own time. Art professors hold a very different role to to someone who motivates you. I just want to be your little cup of coffee. I want to be a little motivating spark that gets you back into your studio, gets you out there doing what you love. That's why we're here, guys. That's why I'm sharing. That's why I'm making art. Art's like a little spark in itself. This is coming along really cool. This is popping. We're doing some good work here. I'm actually starting to see characters. Hey, happy to be here. I'm glad you're happy to be here. I'm starting to see these characters actually coming into their own, standing out from the chaotic mess of brushstrokes that's occurring. And that's good, because we don't want to see characters when we're painting, but we do want to see them when we stand back. So the picture wants to come together from a distance, but up close, we're just locked into a process that's wild. We just want a wilderness of brushstrokes. Crazy layers building up, colors on colors on colors. Here we go. Here we are. Beautiful. Bit more of this. And up through here. Lovely. So the same orange that's going into this tree right now, it's actually defining the train a little bit too. So this underlying color of orange is playing a bit of a mixed role across this painting. It's doing multiple things. Now that branch there, that's coming up through there. And this branch here goes ping, ping, and across there. Lovely. Spreading across the surface. There we go. Lovely. Thanks for being our cup of coffee. That's the definition of what we do here. Thanks for being the cup of coffee. Bang on, baby. There we go. Let's get a bit more of that orange saturated, full strength. And down through here. Lovely. And a little bit more over the top there. Beautiful. Keep adding a little bit more orange up, right into these peaks. Get a bit of it off the brush. Bit of it off the brush. Hello. Oh, no, happy to be here. That's a comment from earlier. We got a quiet chat room. Everyone's just hanging out. Being like, do a flip. No, just mucking around. Getting a little bit of paint on these layers. And then back to the maroon. There we go. And then in here. Beautiful. Hello, Victoria. Yeah, this one's coming together in a pretty fun way, but we don't know if it's going to cut the mustard yet until it's finished, but right now it's doing everything that we want it to do. And we'll just keep emboldening those colours, layering them up. There we go. Beautiful. Now, I want some, because I'm demanding like this, I want some white. Here we go. White, some transparent gel into it, and that's going to give us a sort of see-through pink. Not quite rosé. So, a pink, but that's very, very light on the yellows. How did the cell table turn out? Did you like it? Love it? Actually, I'm still working on that. I'm looking at it wondering, what's the next step with you? I had big plans for it, but I think I need to do some sanding on that particular one. Anyway, what I'm saying here is, it's still a work in progress. It's sitting there with about one or two other projects. I'm just like, what was the best way to perpetuate you? Sometimes you don't have the answer right now, so you leave it for a little bit. See if it comes to you later on in the piece. Yeah, when I say still working on it, I mean I've paused it since you last saw it. And I'm just not sure at this point in time where I want to take it. But as time ticks on, maybe that answer will become clearer to me. It's not so clear right now. There we go. Beautiful. And then over here for a little bit. This arm. Lovely. A little bit more in here. Where do we go next? It's a beautiful colour, and I've got a lot of it. What if I told you I liked you? We say, we go. What if I told you I liked you? Go. Splash that around in there a little bit. Dun, 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 dun. Just in there. Beautiful. Are you in a park? I love the red. Yeah. This one's going to pop with the red because the red's actually neons, so a bunch of hues in that to make the whole train really glow. And then this is actually a rugby field, so that's where we're at the moment. G'day mate, how we doing? Good. That's good. You're live, are you? Yeah, at the moment. Sorry. You're all good.
I wondered what you were doing.
Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah, not rugby.
No.
Hey. All right, let's slash a little bit through here. Here we are. And no, I got these shorts from an op shop, and I'm a big fan of them because they sort of match this work we're currently doing. Hadn't found the appropriate time to wear them just yet, but now I think we found it with this painting. What if I told you I liked you? There we go. A little bit more through there. And yeah, now we're talking to it. So these are the little tiny white highlights. Give you a bit more white each time. So that way each individual piece of white on it isn't just white. They sort of swap through the hues. Who's that? Hey, Connie. Welcome on in. Right. So you'll see white showing up, but it's important that all the whites don't look boring and flat. So the idea behind it is they'll be transitioning through different shades of pink, which, to be fair, in a party, I think that's a fitting thing to have going on. Right. I need to combine another colour through this though. I think it's blue, team. I think it's just a basic blue, but it's not going to match the blues we've already added because it's going into that white and pinky touch. That's the plan. And I am glad that Hitty is digging the vibes. Hitty, it's been a while. Good to have you in here, mate. And AJ, welcome from Canada. It's my fault, AJ. I've been doing weird times, so I was supposed to go live this morning, but I got a little caught up. But we're here now. We're here now, painting now, and I reckon that's pretty cool. Here we go. Splash a little bit through there. There we are. Nice. So this colour can almost work everywhere that we've added that pink, but it's going to add another dimension to it. You'll see it's landing fairly similar to that previous blue, but it's not the same. It's spliced with that little bit of pink through it, which is going to have a drastic change in the way it dries and presents up close. Can't just have a few colours up close, you've got to have a whole lot. Spectrum, baby. And then as we start dotting these brush strokes, it will get the shimmering effect. So it's going to look like the whole picture is in action, not in action, but in space action. Can you paint the saddest feeling I have? We could do that. We might do that. But is that going to increase the amount of happiness in the world? Is that going to bring vitality and joy to people? Because that's my intentions. And everything I do, I lead with intention. And so the answer to that's probably, it would further a creative venture, definitely. It's creative, it would be compelling. Is it going to make people extremely happy, or is it going to explore artistry? I would say that sounds more like an exploration into artistry, which I'm all for, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't fit the reason why I started painting in the first place. So we'll hold fire on that for now. But I like where your head's at, because obviously you saying that is exploring deeper into different forms of artistry that we could look at. That's a fact. And Victoria, yes it is, a space train. Yes, pretty much. It's a train at New Orleans, Mardi Gras, and we are capturing it in all its vibrant, beautiful colour. So the blues complementing the reds. Ooh. The paint on the face, that's important. This is all important stuff. And hopefully, layer after layer, moment after moment, we'll start to see a train show up. Never been to NOLA. Never have I ever. Like that kid on, who's that kid who was on the Ellen Show? Never have I ever been on live television before. Go. I'm going to splice this shortly into some more colours too. We're going to keep this blue, but we need to darken it. but not brown it. So I think the correct color I'm going to need to achieve exactly what I'm after here is going to be Payne's Grey. But let's see. Payne's Grey is what we're after, but if we can't find it too fast, we will settle for more primary blue. Sorry about the bad hair day, team. This wind is blowing up a storm. DJ San. I mean, it's the other side of being human, and it's a fact. It is. But that doesn't mean we should explore presenting pain to people. And yes, I agree it's a part of life, absolutely. But when you talk about something that will remain permanently and continue to actually permeate out into the environment you put it into, do you want to be something that provides misery or sadness to those who see it? Or do you want to be something that actually grows and builds people who see it? I prefer the latter when we talk about work lasting indefinitely. Now, but again, I do understand creative process and that sort of stuff. And honestly, I think there's enough people out there perpetuating a bit of misery. So I like to jump on the happiness front, because after looking at the spectrum of things you can paint, it's definitely easier, just like with news and media, just like with social media, just like with conversations or gossip or anything, it's easier to go to the negative than it is to go to the positive. And so if you've got the ability to do the positive, use that ability for all it's worth, to get as much positivity out of it as you possibly can. You've got that responsibility. And if you're an artist making things that last indefinitely, if you can, you've got that responsibility twice as much. Like, don't underestimate your power as an artist to actually influence the world around you. Pain can be beautiful. It can be beautiful. That's right, Kyle. Yep, definitely. But we're talking about making people happy and increasing the vitality in this world. So, beauty aside, and look, lots of things are beautiful, let's talk about how we can do good for the human race. And I agree. Sad songs should exist. But you know what really makes a great moment? A happy one. So, in that sense, but again, let's not have an argument about whether or not we should paint a sad painting. For me, if you looked at me as a business or as a entity, or in my case, I look at it as I get my core values in place, and then I go, right, where do I want to go maintaining these? And at the moment, with my core value of spreading happiness and joy and vitality, I can't go the distance with anything else other than painting. It's what I've found to produce the most of it in the world. So that's my goal. But look, don't think for a second I don't go to galleries and see some amazing works on the walls. Amazing works, sometimes of sadness, of misery, of isolation, of all these different kinds, the spectrum of emotions, all equally as real. And I see those works and I think, wow, that is just incredible. Look what that artist has done. I definitely do that. But for myself personally, after I've finished looking at those things and admiring what the artist has created, I'm not trying to produce, well, we produce beautiful art. Yes, of course, that's a byproduct of what we're doing. But the art is literally just a vessel or a way of getting to a result of making people happy. And you know what? If I could make people happier by working as a checkout operator or being a tour guide in the future, and suddenly that becomes the best way for me to produce more happiness and vitality in this world, I'm dropping the painting and I'll pursue that. But at the moment, that's not the case. The case for me is I've definitely seen more pleasure brought into this world from making art. So, until I see that not be the case, we're going to run into the middle of sports fields and paint pictures. We're like Banksy, but with sports right now. Darko, I could make you happy doing other things. Well, you know what, Darko? I don't believe that. Because as far as I've seen, true, authentic happiness starts with connection, vitality, true, honest empathy, and actual That was the paint, I swear. Interest in another person. How often do you have a conversation with someone and you start with the small talk? Obviously, you start with the small talk. Yeah, Banksy but for sports. I run out like half time into a sports field and try and paint a picture while security chases me down. How often do you have a conversation with someone which starts with small talk and then stays with small talk? Small talk's supposed to be the thing that you do to figure out if the other person's crazy or not. And after you've done that, you move on to a real conversation. What are your values? Who are you as a person? Where do you want to go in life? And where have you been? And yet, sometimes we fall into a situation where every conversation we have for an extended period of time is just small talk. Now, that's okay, but sometimes a little bit of real makes us pretty happy. And so I think for you to be the happiest, get a little bit of real. A little bit of real. I mean, we run into so much fake these days that we almost get more comfortable. This is the dangerous part. When you run into so much fake, you get more comfortable surrounded by fake than you do by real. And when you do see something real, it makes you uncomfortable. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? That something real and honest and authentic could make you uncomfortable because you become so habituated to being surrounded by it. If you do find yourself in that situation, a little alarm bell should go off and think, right, my scales of real to fake right now are pretty tilted. I need to fix this. I can't give you the how in every particular situation, but being aware of it, well, that's a great start. Thanks, Hollywood. Well done, Connie. Yep, well done. That was some low-hanging fruit and you grabbed a hold of it. All right, let's chuck that through here. So we're getting on to the smaller pieces now. We'll come back to the bigger ones. We're a long way from finished with this train, but this Payne's Grey now allows me to cut in to a few of these spots and start representing just a bit better what's happening with this train. If we had egg tempura, we'd be able to run the paint a little bit more fluidly, but that's all right. Because of the wind, the paint gets a little bit thicker. Since it gets a little bit thicker, we have to notice more shapes than we do lines. It's pretty important. Man, lucky I didn't set it any higher though. If I set this canvas any higher, I'd need to jump for the far corner. That'd be awkward. Hello, Tamati. How am I feeling today? I'm good today, Tamati. I'm good. Just painting here. Doing some Banksy sports. I like that term, Victoria. Let's coin that. Let's get royalties on that. Basically, DJ San, I missed what that's in. Oh, you paint train without destination, and it run through every edge of a cliff, and it's sad, and it run to the very edge of a cliff. I mean, I guess there's always a cliff when the artwork finishes. So anything with movement in it would technically be heading towards a cliff. The cliff being the edge of the painting, literally speaking, and the bottom of the cliff being reality. But you know what? If you could make a painting so realistic or so compelling that it feels like it's leaping off the page, good, do that. That's what you want to do with pleasure, happiness, and vitality. Make it look like it's actually entering the room. If the painting just sits there, stoically waiting to be admired for its craftsmanship, put it on someone else's wall. I don't want it on mine. I want a painting that is infectious in the room, that by seeing it in the room, it literally makes the whole place a happier place to be. It's like a coffee, not a full coffee, but like an eighth of a coffee to the room. So when you leave the house with a picture of art on the wall, you get a coffee and an eighth. What's that? 1 1/8 of coffee. Bada bing bong boom. Denver, how we doing? Yeah, and since we're on the iPad outside, Excuse the awkward lean-ins while I try and read what's happening. But I think I saw a comment about the plates, and yes, still very much on the plates. Plates are amazing, guys. Why would you ever leave the plates? Ceramics, baby. Actually, I had some plates in my car, and my mother saw them, and she says, "Wait a minute, those are collector's plates." I got them from an op shop. I'm like, these? I got these because they were ugly. Turns out they're very expensive, fancy plates that someone had dropped off. So those ones got saved. I didn't want them. Mother can have those, but apparently they were good quality. Let's have a little look-see here and add a few touches in here. Ooh. There we go. Little bits. What if I told you I liked you? We come, we go. What if I told you I liked you? There we go. So this is the little glints of colour coming out on top of that tree. We're painting the tree the same time as we paint the rest of the environment. The background and the foreground simultaneously. It blurs the lines between the two, and it's important because it makes sure they're not these two separate entities awkwardly showing the method in which you made the painting. It's like saying, hey, I want to paint something true and wild and free, but I'm going to follow a set of rules to create it. No. Let's not play that game. All right. You can see how it's sort of broken up a little bit. Those paint strokes sort of jar and stop here and there. Really, really handy. And the reason that's handy is because the petals and the leaves are all up through there. So as we add more layers, you'll get more of that shimmering effect. That'll help us understand better what we're dealing with. More to add value of the art. I'm confused what you mean by that, but it sounds fantastic. There we go. I see Steve popping in a comment there about the plates. Indeed. They're just the best way to paint, guys. They really are. I've had easels, I've had palettes in the past. I've tried out almost every palette, and I just don't like them. The thing you put your thumb through, if the paint's too runny, it tries to go off the edges of it. And you're like, oh, but you could use this and use that. So you're trying to shoehorn a palette into being something useful when you could just use a plate for all the things. Hey, Ryan, welcome on in, mate. We're painting a train. Here we go. Well, a fake train. I say a fake train because it's actually a... don't get confused, I don't mean a freight train. It's a fake train. So it's for a New Orleans gathering. No, sorry. A Mardi Gras gathering in New Orleans. That's what we're painting. I wonder if I shouldn't... Here we go. Angle it up towards myself a little bit. Paint under the picture. Paint under the picture. We can't really on this one because of how it's made. It's oil tempered hardboard. It's sort of already flat. So there's not really the opportunity to be like, all right, we're going to change that up. There we go. Beautiful. Pop that over the top there, down the sides. Lovely. Perfect. And welcome to the team, guys. 280 members strong. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. We got a growing team. 280 is a pretty fun number. I remember when it was 45. It's a wee while ago, but I remember when it was. There we go. If I told you I liked you. There we go. Beautiful. Have an art gallery with a paint plate next to it to show what paint palette looks like. I'm not fully reading that correctly, but that's what the plate looks like when we stop. So we move around it gradually. The best plates to use aren't actually these ones. These are a little bit iffy. The reason why that's the case is these particular plates have no edge. They're completely rounded, which isn't ideal for painting. You want one of the plates that has the rim and then it dips down in the middle. And the reason why you want that is so that way you can follow the same rules as hospitality, whereby you hold the rim and you say the center is for the paint and the outside rims is for my hands. And you see here, see my hand here? I've got paint on it. That's because since it doesn't have that rim, the paint spreads out and you get it on your hands. Exhibit A. Exhibit A. So that's what we deal with. There we go. Let's get that off here. Perfecto. Now, last plate. Last plate. Spread that out a little bit. I told you I liked you. That song's stuck in my head. There we are. Where else are we going to go? There. There. Perfect. Right. Last but not least plate. Yeah, I mean, you could do that with the plates, I suppose. I use the same plate, so I wash them each time rather than save them up. But, oh, I see, Victoria. I see. So you got a picture and a bunch of plates. Yeah, I'm following now, I'm following. I know I was late to the party. I'm here now. I figured it out. I see what's been said. I'd only avoid that because I obviously like to use the same plates over and over. And if you used new plates every time, you'd start running the local op shop out of plates. So that's a thing. Why don't you have a yellow basket? I don't know. I do not know. But one thing I will check though, just quickly, let me just have a look-see and make sure. Give me just a second. Cool, it's cloudy, but it's not gonna rain apparently. So if it rains, guys, the tech should be fine, ish. I'll grab the painting first, take that to safety, and then I'll come back and get you guys, so. But if it rains, expect me to bail pretty fast. A third life. They get a pretty good life with me, I reckon. Like, sometimes I wish I could see all the meals that got served on a plate. All the different meals. What did the life the plate have? And sometimes I wonder, like in a restaurant, as a plate goes round and round and round, back onto the floor, through the dishwasher, round and round and round. We had a restaurant in Tauranga that was there for 10 years. And as plates went round and round, was there ever a plate that didn't break and was there on the first year and used every night? That's the real MVP of a restaurant, guys. A plate that gets used every single day for another meal, another meal. No one looks at that plate and says, wow, this plate served this many thousands of people, because they sort of break and you replace them as you go. But imagine if you could get that data, had the original markings, And then you can put a plate on the wall and be like, this plate has now served 10,000 guests. It's retiring. I reckon that'd be pretty funny. Some might not be so pleasant. Who's not been so pleasant? What are they doing? Let's get some little dabs in here. There we go. What if I told you I liked you? Where else are we gonna go? Just down in here. Splash that over the top. Coming down through here. Perfect. There we are. Alex, the shorts match the painting, but if I could have this day again, we'd be in jeans, because it's got pretty cold. I wasn't expecting the sun to dip and for it to get this cold, because yesterday, even after the sun dipped, it was boiling hot. When I stopped, I was overheating, dehydrated, whole range of things. There we go. Right, moving around to rosé. We'll do just a little bit more here. -20. That's cold. We never quite get that cold here in New Zealand, I don't think. Maybe we do. Not in where I'm from. There we go. How are we doing here? We're getting to get together. Ooh. There we go. We say, we go. What if I told you I liked you? Let's grab a bit of the more of this, because this is going to come in here, have an impact around here, just like that, and splice this just through there, then up through there. Lovely. And then, ooh, yes, where else are we going to go? Mix that in. Okay. Just a teeny bit. There. Good move. Utah is getting chilly. I bet it is. I bet it is. Have I heard of an artist? No. Sounds like a funky dude, but no. Seb has not heard of him. We come, we go. Have I told you I liked you? There we go. A little bit more up the top here. Lovely. Lovely. All right, team. We're on our final plate and we're running out of our final colour. So we're not far off disappearing today, but I do appreciate all you wildcats coming out here to hang out with me. And I also appreciate that no one came and played kick in this field while I was painting, because there should be flying on some given mornings or evenings. I bet there's flying rugby ball around this place. So we're lucky that we haven't caught one on this particular day. And hopefully, if I'm lucky, I'll see you next time. If I'm lucky. But for now, I am going to go get warm. I'm going to go have a quick jog. Not outside, it's too cold, but at the gym. Quick jog to warm up. And then go home, make myself something yummy for dinner. Who knows what that's going to be. There we go. Cool, that's us, team. Did you make your shorts? No, I found them at an op shop, but I thought, man, they fit the style we go for with these paintings. Wild, messy, so big fan of that. Anyway, there's our train. Pretty fun, actually. Anyway, who is a national artist of New Zealand? Seb Gower, of course. Haven't you heard? No, I'm not sure who it is. I think it was Dan Brown when I was in high school, but I'm not sure who it is now. Could be anyone. Guys, wishing you all the best wherever you are in the world. Get a good day ahead of you or a good night's sleep. Cheers. Cheers, Victoria. See you next time. Jay, if you're still here. JB, I think JB's gone now. But see you, Connie. See you, Victoria. Ryan's still here? I don't know if Ryan's still here, but anyway, catch you, Kyle. Yes, you are, Ryan. And you will have. It was with 7U's, I think. They were a really nice bunch, but I was a little bit nervous and got caught off guard a wee bit. Anyway, catch you guys.